A pleasure. Allow me to introduce myself. Are you doing okay? Are you feeling better today? Charmed? Come and meet Edward Hoskins. Do you know my sister? Do you two know each other? Glad to meet you. Good to meet you. Have you met Colonel Brown? Have you met? Have you two been introduced? Haven't you been introduced? How are you doing today? How are you doing? How are you feeling? How are you getting along? How are you getting on? How are you? How goes it with you? How goes it? How have you been? How nice to meet you. How very nice to meet you. How you doing? How you feeling? How are things going? How are things with you? How are things? How's business? How's by you? How's everything going? How's everything? How's it going? How's the family? How's with you? How's your family? I am pleased to make your acquaintance. I didn't catch your name. I don't think you've met Susan. I feel I know you already. I'd like to introduce our boss. I'd like you to meet Mrs. White. I'm George. I'm Mark Jones. It's a pleasure to have finally met you. I'd like you to meet Mary. I'd like you to meet my friend Mary. I'm glad to meet you. I'm happy to meet you. I'm sorry, what was your name again? I'm terrible at names. I've been wanting to meet you for some time. I've heard so much about you. John has told me all about you. John has told me so much about you. Let me introduce myself. Let me introduce you to Dr. Green. Mary, do you know John? Mary, have you met John? Mary, shake hands with John Jones. May I introduce Mrs. Voigt? May I introduce myself? Meet my friend. My name is John Smith. Nice meeting you. Nice to meet you. So we finally meet face to face. This is Bob Black. This is my friend Mary. What a pleasure to meet you. You two have a lot in common.